So let's talk about something we all have, but we're always running out of time. It's funny, right? It's the one thing you can spend, but you can never, ever get back. Today, we've got a great story that really drives home what happens when we forget just how valuable every single second is. Come on, be honest. Do you ever do this? That little voice in your head that says, I'll do it tomorrow, or I've got plenty of time. We've all been there. But what happens when tomorrow comes and that big opportunity is already gone? Well, let's meet someone who knows that feeling all too well. Meet Gaurav. He's a young guy, full of potential, just like a lot of us. But he's stuck. He's caught in this loop that he just can't seem to break, and it's holding him back from, well, everything he could be. So this is basically Gaurav's life on repeat. His family keeps telling him, Gaurav, the time you're wasting now, you're never getting it back. But does he listen? Nope. He just shrugs it off. His days just kind of blend together. A little bit of hanging out with friends, a whole lot of scrolling through reels, and constantly pushing his studies to a later that never seems to show up. And you can see the results. He's falling behind, and all that potential is just slipping away. So eventually, Gaurav hits a wall. He's just so frustrated with being last, with always being a step behind everyone else, and he realizes, okay, something's got to change. So he decides to find someone everyone in town talks about, a wise man who might just have the answers. He finds this elder, this wise man just sitting peacefully under a tree, meditating. Gaurav walks up to him and basically spills his guts. He's like, you've got to help me. My life is a mess. All my friends are succeeding, and I'm just left behind. What do I do? And the wise man, he doesn't give him some complicated 5-step plan. He just looks at him and hits him with the hard truth. He says, your problem isn't that you're not smart enough. Your problem is you don't respect time. And to really make it stick, he doesn't give him a lecture. He tells him a story. Okay, so the story starts with two very different people. A really kind and generous king who genuinely cared about his people. And this one guy in his kingdom who was poor, super lazy, and, always blamed everyone else for his problems. The king sees this man and feels sorry for him, so he makes him this absolutely incredible offer. He says, listen, come to my royal treasury anytime before sunset today. Whatever gold and silver you can carry out, it's yours. All of it. I mean, can you imagine? This is literally the chance of a lifetime. So the man sprints home. He's so excited, and he tells his wife. And she's like, what are you waiting for? Go right now and get the gold. But he just waves her off. Nah, I can't go now. I'm starving. Make me some food first. He just sits there, eating slowly, thinking to himself, I've got all day. And that right there was his first big mistake. And this is where it all starts to fall apart. You're going to see how a few seemingly small delays start to add up to one massive failure. So after he eats, he feels a little tired. You know what? He thinks, I'll just take a quick nap. Well, that quick nap turns into 2 solid hours. He wakes up with a jolt, realizes it's getting late, grabs a few bags, and starts running. But then the sun's beating down. It's hot. So he decides, I'll just rest under this tree for a minute. And what do you think happens? He falls asleep again. This time for 4 hours. By the time he wakes up, he looks at the sky and his heart just drops. The sun is right there on the horizon, about to disappear. He runs. He sprints as fast as he can to the palace, bags in his hands. But he's too late. The sun is gone, and the massive doors to the treasury are shut. He lost everything, not because the opportunity wasn't there, but because he thought later was good enough. The wise man finishes the story and just looks at Gaurav. And in that silence, it all clicks. That story wasn't just a story. It was a mirror. Gaurav is just floored. He can't say a word because he realized that lazy man, that's me. He was the one always thinking he had more time, always putting things off, letting one golden opportunity after another just slip through his fingers. He finally got it. So this was the old Gaurav. His whole life was just a promise of tomorrow. But after that day, everything changed. His new motto became, what can I get done today? He completely dropped his habit of putting things off and just became this machine of productivity. And it wasn't long before he didn't just catch up to his friends, he blew past all of them to become the #1 most promising student in his entire college. The lesson was learned. Big time. So what's the big lesson here for all of us? I mean, this goes way beyond Garab's story, right? It really speaks to a fundamental truth about how we should all be living our lives. When you boil it all down, it's actually pretty simple. Time is the most valuable thing you own, period. Once a minute is gone, it is gone for good. Every single opportunity has an expiration date. And if we waste that precious window on stuff that just doesn't matter, the only thing we're going to be left with is regret. And that really brings us to the final, most important question. The story showed us two paths, Gaurav's and the lazy man's. Which path we take, well, that's a choice we have to make. Not just once, but every single day, every single hour. Thanks for joining me on this one.